Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about United States constitutional or junk silver. So what I have here is what people call either constitutional silver, junk silver, or 90% silver. 90% silver meaning the percentage of silver in it, because these are 90% silver, 10% copper. Constitutional, meaning that it's been issued by government for circulation, which all these coins are actually still legal tender in the United States right now. So you could go and spend any of these coins in any shop in the United States right now. And junk silver, the junk term, means silver that's not pure. So that we mean silver that isn't 3 nines pure, so 99.9% pure. So not bullion ounce standard that you get from Britannia's or Canadian Maple Leaf 1 ounce coins or stuff like that. We're talking about lower percentage stuff, but by lower percentage, it's still only a tenth lower. You know, you get 10% Mexican silver coins from the 60s, which people still stack. So today I'm just going to talk to you about specifics of each coin, what different types you can stack, and reasons to stack it, and for some people, reasons not to stack it. So first of all, we're going to go into reasons why to stack this stuff. I think the number one main reason is because it's fractional. And so if we were to ever get to a situation which some people think is possible, a monetary reset, so bartering with silver and gold is a thing that we do, these are good because they're fractional. So whereas someone might just stack 1 ounce silver coins, say we get to a system where it's barter, and you want to go to the shop and get a bag of apples, if you bring a 1 ounce coin along, you're going to have to, you have to somehow split that so you can get a bag of apples instead of having to buy, 10 bags of apples. So for that reason, you might want to stack, or at that point in time, you might want to bring a fractional coin, like a silver dime here, which has currently got a value of just the silver in this of about £1.93, I think it is, at today's spot price. So that's definitely a reason to stack it, because it's fractional. And if you want fractional silver, bullion is not going to help you. With fractional silver, let's say you're buying from Bullion by Post. I haven't checked the prices exactly, but a Silver Britannia right now will probably cost you about 38 quid, including postage. That's 1 ounce. I think a quarter ounce right now is somewhere like 12 or 13 quid. So for that ounce, if you had an ounce in quarter ounce Britannias from Bullion by Post, including postage, you'd be paying 50 quid for an ounce of silver, which is outrageous. I can pick this stuff up online for £25 an ounce very regularly, and this stuff right now, the scrap price of all this is of course going to be £26.84 an ounce today, because it's a Sunday. So I can pick this stuff up under spot most of the time. In fact, I picked this one up. It's got a little bit damaged. It's got a hole in the side. It's a silver piece dollar minted in San Francisco from 1923. This cost me £14, which is less than 70% of the value of the silver in this. So that's like 70% of spot for something like that. Even if it has got, even if it has been mounted at some point, it's a bargain. And this one I got, including postage, for 18. So it's still under spot, and this one's, not perfect condition, but it's a nice silver coin. So reasons that people don't like stacking it, think about it like this. If you're in a situation where barter is key, and, everyone's trading silver or gold or something like that, the people that want to sell you goods for silver are wanting to have silver coins that say silver on them. For example, 1 ounce Silver Eagle, because we're doing US, let's just say 1 ounce Silver Eagle has written on it 1 ounce fine silver, which means 3 nines. It didn't actually have 3 nines on it, but it says 1 ounce fine silver. These coins, although every single one of these coins on this table is 90% silver, not one of them has the word silver on it or the weight. And so that's definitely a con for some people who may want to have the kind of security that you get with things that say they're silver, because if it doesn't say it's silver, they might think, well, maybe it isn't silver because it doesn't say it. And that's definitely a con when it comes to junk silver. We'll call it junk silver for the sake of the video. I prefer to call it constitutional silver or 90% silver, but you get people call it junk silver. Just clear this up though, nothing silver is junk. The junkiest kind of silver you get is like the 10% Mexican coins I was talking about earlier that are beaten up. That's the junkiest kind of silver you get. But if it's silver, it's not really junk, in my opinion. So, let's get to the specifics here. One thing you want to know before even talking about like weights and everything is it silver? Now, there's one way to tell if you don't know the dates or anything, you can just look at the edge. Look at the edge of a coin like this. It should be having a greyish, silverish look. Obviously, if it's, I'll pick out a toned or tarnished one. If it's toned or tarnished, it'll be darker. But if it's not silver, it'll have a orangey, coppery tinge to it. And what is important about this, bring it back into focus, is that all United States dollars, half dollars, quarter dollars or 25 cents, and dimes or 10 cents that are dated 1964 and before are 90% silver. After 1964, from 1965 up to and including 1970, half dollars were 40% silver, but dimes, quarters at this point were copper nickel or copper nickel, which is an alloy which is basically worth nothing. So always, in my opinion, try and stick to 64 and before. If you're up for stacking the 40%, by all means do that, but you certainly will not get a full spot price when selling 40%, whereas with 90% you've got a much better chance. Even if not getting full spot, you'll get a lot closer to the spot price. So that's a reason to stay away from 40% and stick to 90. Now, down to specific weights now. This stuff, we're going to exclude the dollars for this part. I'm just going to take these away, so these are out of the equation for this part. For every single dollar denomination you have for half dollars, quarter dollars, and dimes, so that could be 10 dimes, or it could be 4 quarters, or it could be 2 halves, or $1/2 and 2 quarters, or, you know, mix and match it up. For every single dollar in face value of this stuff that you have 0.715 ounces of silver if circulated. If uncirculated, 0.722 ounces of silver. So let's say someone's selling you 2 half dollars and you want to work out how much to pay for them. What you'll do is this. Because it's 2 half dollars, it's $1. So you'll take the current spot price of silver, and if they're circulated or if they've got wear on them, it's probably best to do it for all of them. You multiply that current price per ounce by 0.715, and that'll give you the price for $1 in face value. Works with 4 quarters, works with 10 dimes. And another very important, this is probably, I'd say just as, if not more important, is an ounce. Now in silver trading, we usually use the term troy ounce. And to make this simple, if you want to buy stuff in troy ounces instead of face value, if you want to buy yourself an ounce of this junk silver or constitutional silver, you're going to need $1.40 face value. So $1.40 in face value. So that could be 4 silver quarters plus 4 dimes. So that there is exactly 1 ounce of silver, or $1.40 in face value. So always remember, $1 is 0.715 ounces of silver. 1 ounce is $1.40. So that's very important facts to remember. Now, when it comes to me stacking this stuff, I'm going to bring the dollars back in now. These were irrelevant to the last piece of information because silver dollars, so 2 half dollars makes $1, right? And the combined weight of 2 half dollars is 25 grams exactly. But the weight of a single silver dollar coin is 26.72 grams, which is of course 1.72 grams more. So it's a separate equation for dollars. I'm putting them in here as well because I stacked dollars as well. But if you really want to work out a price for your dollars as well, do the research, find that out. I don't have an exact figure for you. So for me, the main reason I stacked this, even in the UK, you may think in the UK, why aren't you stacking the United Kingdom constitutional? Main reason is, I've been surrounded by that stuff for the last year and a half, and once you've seen one sterling silver half crown, you've seen them all, if you're talking George V. But if you're talking older than that, then it's not junk, is it? It's numismatic. With the United States stuff, with the half dollars, what can be deemed as junk, you've got at least 3 designs of junk silver half dollars. You've got $2 designs, you've got a couple of quarter designs, and at least 2 dime designs. So there's a lot to stack. There's all these different years and everything. And you get all the way up to 1964, so you can still stack junk silver that's uncirculated. So whereas a 1964 uncirculated half dollar, like this one here, in the UK, might cost you £12-13 if you know where to get it from. A very similar amount of silver in a 1919 half crown If you get one of them in uncirculated condition, you're looking at 65, 70 quid. So if you want good condition and newer dates, as well as older dates and circulate coins, then you're going to want to go for the United States stuff. So that is the main reason why I stack it in the UK. I think probably even a better reason than that is because I can pick this stuff up on eBay. And yes, eBay, a lot of you probably feeling quite scrutinous when I say eBay, because you'll be careful on eBay, you certainly have. But I can pick this stuff on eBay at spot or under all the time. All the time. Whenever I want to buy some junk silver on eBay, even if it's, even if you're including postage with individual dimes, I can still get it under spot because I know where to look. I know what search terms to put in. I know what coins to look for. And so that's something I do a lot of the time. And therefore, I'm picking up silver less than spot price, which is amazing. Now, I have been stacking this stuff for about a month and a half now. I've got literally almost exactly 10 ounces. I've got exactly $13.75 face value of American junk silver, which is so close to that 10 ounces. It's 9.7, I think. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. UK stackers, please tell me in the comment section down below if you're with me. Do you stack US Constitutional over British, or do you stack both, or do you just stack British? And US viewers, tell me how much Constitutional you've got, because I know that most US stackers in the community do stack Constitutional. So just tell me roughly what face value you've got. I'd be interested to know. Hope you guys have all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe if you have, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.